Hello and welcome to day 283, 84 of Daily Dose of Dutch. I thought I'd do this Daily Dose of Dutch today from the Fluid Business podcast recording studio. Well, as you see, we get the mirror image when you use the front camera, so I apologize for that. But as you can see, I have the mic here, and when we go live, when we record our podcast, we have proper equipment, and hopefully that is reflected in the quality of the podcast. Well, if you're interested in those podcasts, they're on business growth, they're on personal effectiveness, then go to our website www.fluidbusiness.co.uk, and if you go to resources, there's blog posts, but there's also a lot of podcasts, and see if there is a topic that you might benefit from. And the reason why we are recording podcasts is for the same reason that I'm listening myself to a lot of podcasts. There's a number of podcasts that I'm listening to. Why? Simply to develop myself and to get better. And I think I've posted it before and I've mentioned it in Daily Dose of Dutch that I'm not competing with anybody. I don't try to be better than anybody else. I don't try to be faster than anybody else. All I try is to become a better Hugo every day. And by learning, by developing, by reading books, by listening to books, by listening to podcasts and material, I hope to get better. And that's what's also, what are you doing actually to keep better, to keep getting better, to keep developing? Because there are so many ways nowadays to develop ourselves. In the past, either our company or our boss had to send us to a training course, or we had to go to the library ourselves actually to find a book on a certain topic. And now the knowledge is available so easily. But the risk is, of course, also that when things are easily available, that we don't do anything with it, that we lose the opportunity. And yesterday I was at the event of Jim Collins, the author of Good to Great and Great by Choice. And he was quoting Liz Wiseman, and she said, it is not just about the knowledge, but it is how quick we can get to the knowledge. So that is also, how do you improve yourself? How do you learn? How do you get better? And that can be in your field, whatever field you are. If you're in HR, if you're in finance, if you're in sales, there is so much material available that you can use to get better. So, that is one thing. The other thing is also that nowadays there is a lot of apps and tools that make things more easier. And yesterday I signed up to Blinkist, so check them out. Blinkist is a great tool that will provide you with book summaries, both in written form and in audio. So even if you're driving in the car, they give you the 10-minute synopsis of a book. So even the books that you maybe have read, you can just listen to a 10-minute recap so that you just get the key learnings from the book. So I hope that is useful for you. Go check out Blinkist. I will put the link in the video as well, or below the video, so that you can check them out. And I hope that's useful. So if you think this Daily Dose of Dutch was beneficial, then feel free to like it or share it on your timeline if you think anybody else will benefit from it. So like I said, I am in the Fluid Business Coaching podcast recording studio. If you want to find these podcasts, either go to your podcast app and search for the Fluid Business podcast, or go to our website fluidbusiness.co.uk. And I'll see you again tomorrow for another Daily Dose of Dutch.